Nic, explain to me the motivation behind setting up Media Stable.
Well, I guess, James, Media Stable was brought around by the fact that we're seeing a very change in the landscape that is media, whether it be radio, television, newspaper. It doesn't really matter. The resources are getting shorter, and that wealth of knowledge, that pool of talent is getting smaller and smaller. So I guess we looked around 2 years ago, talking to the media and finding out what is it that we could do, what is it that we could do to help support the media and actually provide them with some resources that's going to work for them. So the major motivation was something that I guess the media asked us and said, can you do this? Can you put this together? And if you can, how quickly can you deliver it?
But why can't the media do it themselves?
Look, they can, but again, it's about resources, it's about money, and it's about time. And that's everything. That's the biggest problem that we all have. They're the three major reasons why people will say, I can't get to this, I can't get to that. And now we're actually helping that. We're actually helping that position for the media to go away and give them a little bit more extra time. Vet the experts and the opinion makers. Make sure that they're the right talent. Make sure that they are who they say they are. And also to be able to go away and provide some content and some ideas around their programs, because everyone needs a little bit of a leg up, needs a bit of a hand up to get their programs right. Yeah. And if it's about quality, James, at the end of the day, it's about quality. If we can provide them with the best quality out there, everyone's a winner.
Okay, I understand from the media perspective. From an individual's perspective, is it a case of suddenly being in a shop window with bells and whistles around you so people know what you're all about, where your expertise lies and things like that?
Look, for the individual, it's about being placed on the best possible platform that they can be and packaged up in the best possible way so that the media can see them. The individual out there is screaming and yelling to be able to be heard, and at the end of the day, they're struggling. There's a lot of noise out there, James. There's a lot of noise.
But isn't a PR company meant to do that for them?
Yeah, but the whole PR model is almost broke. At the end of the day, they're still using systems there that are 5, 10, 20 years old. This is a new media world. This is a changing environment, and they're pretty much using their old systems where this is very targeted, this is very precise, and it's right at the heart of where real good media is looking to source quality content.
How would an individual recognise whether they actually have a story to tell or they're a character that the media want to know about?
Look, that's part of our vetting process, because at the end of the day, we're trying to identify the right people to talk to. A lot of people at the end, they've got a story to tell. They don't know if it's quite right. We're there to help and support them through that process, but it's about educating them as well. Because, James, at the end of the day, we find that probably the best people to go away and sell their business is the business owner themselves. And through good quality content, through intellectual property that they're prepared to go away and give up, then they'll do very well. And we'll help them, guide them through that. Also, too, the Media Stable doesn't put out rubbish. So we're very particular about what we put out, and we help and advise on that front as well. Yep. So it's not just about, sign up and you're going to be in front of the media. It's about you sign up, provide the good quality content, and the media will come.
You've been going over a year. What have you noticed and what are you learning from that year?
Even in the 18 months that we've been running, even that landscape has completely changed. And look, we've learnt a lot. I think that the media itself is looking for quality content, but also wants it to be targeted and specific to their particular field. And if we understand that, then we're going to do very well with them. And that's probably been a learning process for Media Stable to actually identify who's their target demographic, who's their target audience, and what kind of content do they like. And that's something that we have really knuckled down and got right down and drilled right down to the very demographic. Over the year too, we've probably learnt that even the old systems, the old ways that have been done, they're not all completely defunct, but it's about relationships. Yes. Number one thing, it's about relationships.
So let me ask you finally, as you look to the future, what is on the horizon for the business and the individual, very briefly?
Look, very briefly, it's going to be far more targeted. We are finding now that the relationships that we have with media are second to none, and we're going to drill that down even further so that the right information goes to the right journalist. I think it is all about content. If the content is good, James, then the media will go away and use it. And we're the best advisors on that front. We're not going to tell you that it's going to get a run and it's going to go well. We're going to be very upfront and truthful about it and say, look, you need to do some work on here. And if we can help and advise along the way, we don't have every answer, but we know the right people to talk to.